Well, the time has come. As you can see, this is the current state of the office slash studio. I have worked in here basically every day since February. And it has served me well, but it is time for kind of a major change. And I'll bring you in a little bit closer to show you. I've been starting to dismantle stuff, so stuff is everywhere, but some of it, I mean, the studio is still working at the moment, but there's just stuff everywhere. So that's part of the problem, is that there's just no room for stuff. So we're going a little bit closer. We got a digital piano over here. We've got 3 guitars and a bass, acoustic treatment on the wall, which does a little bit, doesn't do a lot of great stuff. That might be changing. I might build some acoustic panels, and that window's got to change a little bit. But let's start at the workspace. So as you can see, I've got, let me zoom out a little bit. We got some monitors, we got 2 monitors here. So this is where I created all of Christmas. For those of you that were looking at the videos beforehand, where I did the full orchestrations for my friend's church, this is where it was all created. It was here and there. So yeah, the problem is, first off, I want another monitor. When you're dealing with 40 something parts and you have a mixer that goes well beyond that screen, having a second screen would have really helped. I could have flipped that around, but the problem was I was actually auditing the parts either on that screen or on that music stand. By the way, my buddy Ethan Meixel, if you've never heard of Ethan, you need to go check him out, ethanmeixel.com. I help out with his website every once in a while, and as a thank you, he sent me his CD autographed, and it's going to go up in this room eventually, I think. I have a spot in the living room where I have kind of a shrine to musicians that I enjoy, and Ethan's definitely going on there, but it might come into this room. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, back to the studio. So part of the problem with the studio is I don't have room for a third monitor, and I would love to have a third one. I used to work off of 4 for the longest time. The other awkward thing is this window right here. This window actually looks into my neighbor's living room. So as I'm looking at stuff and squinting to see, like, you know, little things, it looks like I'm looking into the living room. So we're going to change that around as well. So as you can see, there's no room for a third monitor. And if you zoom in real close, like, I've got like no desk space at all. I've got this little area over here, which is always just kind of cluttered and a mess. But I've got, you know, I've got a mic stand over here with a microphone and a printer in the corner, and this music stand kind of travels, and there's an iPad stand that travels, and there's a dog over there. Lewis, say hi, Lewis. Hey, buddy. There's Lou. Yep, we have more people who want to make an entrance. There's Jemmy. Hey, Gemma. So yeah, so the plan is to get rid of this desk. This desk is going to go bye-bye. And what's going to happen, let me kind of move, and the plans are already in progress. I've actually already filmed some of the desk build. I'm actually building the desk myself, but there will be a desk from the corner of that window to that wall, which I actually haven't even measured yet, but I'll figure that out, and, you know, eventually. This digital piano I have had for 25 years. It is going to be retired from studio work. It's basically being used as a MIDI controller right now. What the problem is that there is no USB on it. It's going through MIDI. My MIDI interface is dying. I have to reboot it every time I want to use it. And because of the recent update with Mac, there used to be like a 1/4 second delay when I played on the piano to the actual sound that comes out. The delay has gotten worse. It's about a 1/2 second to 3/4 of a second right now. And part of that is because it's not going through USB, it's going through a MIDI interface, and Big Sur right now is just awful. Anyway, this is going to go bye-bye, probably into my bedroom so I can practice at night. And this keyboard, I'm not sure what's going to happen with it yet. It's not weighted keys, so it won't become my main studio piano. I don't know what's going to happen. But basically the plan is that there's going to be a table from here. It's going to be 80 inches long, goes straight to the corner. Then there's going to be a table on this wall, however long that is. I'm not sure yet, but it's going to be a custom cut thing. So, and I'll show you that later on. And then there's going to be another table that's going to span the depth of the table that's going to come out here is, I forget, 20 something, 27-ish inches. I made it pretty deep. It's basically 4 2x8s, so it's going to come out pretty far. And then whatever the distance between that table and this table that will be over here is going to be the length of that table. And that will likely be the keyboard area still. So we'll have the monitors. I've got a triple monitor stand already here with a third monitor that's going to clamp onto the desk. Part of the problem with this desk is that this desk is glass, so I can't clamp to it. So I have this stupid, right here, this is actually the foot of this monitor stand. And I mean, it's giant, it's huge, it takes up most of the desk. So I made sure that when I built this, I had room to clamp on a triple monitor stand. This mic stand that's sitting in the corner here, that's kind of hard to see. That is going to be a clamp-on boom stand, probably in the corner. I haven't laid all this out yet. It really depends on once, you know, when I get the desk in here, how it's all going to lay out. But that way stuff gets off the floor and onto the desk, but clamped on, but doesn't take up a lot of desk space. So basically it's going to start from there-ish, kind of 3/4 of the board over, gives me 80 inches. And then keyboard, which I'm trying to figure out what to do with the replacement. I've got my eye on the Kawai VPC-1, which is basically the keyboard to a Kawai MG2 shoved into a keyboard as a MIDI controller. So it feels like a grand piano, but it's $1,800, and I don't know that I can spring for that yet. So it might be another M-Audio weighted key version of that keyboard. I don't know yet. It depends on what finances look like when we get closer. So that is the plan. I'm going to cut to some videos of the actual desk build, and then you can see what the desk build is going to be like. It's actually, I'll kind of give you the catch-all room is over here, and so here's the table acclimating to the space so I can get ready for glue up and screw up, and then yeah, that's it. So I'll cut to some videos of the actual building of what I've done so far, and then yeah, we'll go from there. See ya. Okay, so here we are in the garage. This is the first desk that is going in. This will be the computer desk, so it's cut to length. It's going to be 80 inches, and you'll see that there are a whole bunch of pocket holes. So the plan is we'll glue up the seams, screw them together, and then that will be the first table. The first table is actually going to be 4 planks wide, and then the table on the left side of the room will be 4 planks wide as well. I've got one more plank over there that I have to pocket hole drill, and then we can start the gluing process. So there's that wood for that. Then the middle table is going to be this depth. So it'll be three pieces of 2x8 deep, and yeah. So the thought process was this is going to be the computer space. And until I found a triple stand for the computers that's going to mount probably somewhere over here. It's going to be it's a bracket that'll clamp on, hold the 3 monitors. But I didn't want to waste a lot of desk space with the monitors, so I wanted it to be a little bit deeper than normal. The middle table is likely going to be a keyboard table, and then the back table will be, I guess, like writing space and just kind of extra desk space. So, we got that one last board to pocket hole jig, and then we can start the gluing process. After the gluing process, we'll bring it back out here. We'll sand the whole thing, stain it, and then I've got legs coming next week. And then, then legs can go on and the table can go in after staining and all that sort of stuff. So, that's the plan so far. We'll be back with more updates. See ya. Okay, so 4 boards done. Pocket holes are all done. One little mishap where I drilled a pocket hole when I shouldn't have. But the idea is they recommend every 6 to 8 inches when you're doing this sort of stuff. And because we're going through long grain, not end grain, but gluing it, I went on the 6-inch side of things. So basically what I did was on the top board, and I spaced out the pocket holes every foot. So every 12 inches, we got a pocket hole. And then on the alternate side, on the next board, so 6 inches. So there's from there to there is a 6-inch hole, and that means from there to there is 6 inches. So alternating 6 inches all the way down on all 4 boards. So that is this step. Next step is, it's a little bit cold out here, and I'm not sure my glue is going to hold out here. So we're going to move all 4 pieces inside, let them acclimate to the inside temperature, and then glue them up tonight, and then we'll give it 24 hours to cure. Probably doesn't need 24 hours to cure because of the screws. I could probably glue it, screw it, and then come back out and sand, but I'm going to give it the 24 hours because I don't have legs, and I won't have legs for the next 5 or 6 days. So it doesn't make sense to rush it. So we'll just let it dry overnight, and then we'll probably pick this back up Saturday for some sanding. Since tomorrow's New Year's Day, yeah. So Saturday we'll pick it up for some sanding, and maybe Sunday or Monday we'll start the staining process. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. This is the underside, obviously, of the desk. So it'll flip over, but it's the underside because that's what I've been working on. And then we'll glue it this way too. That way I have access to the screw holes easily. We're going to go 2.5-inch screw holes. So in the pocket hole, it's going to go in and then straight through here. That goes straight through there. And then these go this way. And so it's going to kind of crisscross and hopefully cinch up everything where we don't have too many cracks. I see there's one here. There's a little, that's just the wood warping. What I did was I flush cut all the boards, hopefully to get a good seam, but we got some bow in the wood, and it's going to be what it's going to be, and hopefully it'll be close to a table, but we'll see. See ya.